Washington, D.C., 1981. In one of his final actions as president, Jimmy Carter awarded the Medal of Freedom to A.C.L.U. founder Roger Baldwin. The Medal of Freedom is the nation's highest civilian honor. A few of the official policy decisions of the A.C.L.U. are as follows. They support the legalization of child pornography, but oppose voluntary school prayer. They support the legalization of drugs, but oppose sobriety checkpoints. They support tax exemptions for Satanists, but oppose tax exemption for churches. They support the legalization of prostitution, but oppose religious displays in public. They support abortion on demand, but oppose medical safety regulations for abortions. And the list goes on and on. 1985. In a 6-3 ruling, the Supreme Court struck down an Alabama law that required a moment of silent meditation at the beginning of each school day. 1986. Yeager versus Douglas County. The A.C.L.U. has won another court victory that forbids religious invocations before high school football games. 1987. Abandoning all pretense of political neutrality, the A.C.L.U. led the smear campaign designed to deny Judge Robert Bork confirmation to the Supreme Court.
When a judge goes beyond this and reads entirely new values into the constitutions, values the framers and the ratifiers did not put there, he deprives the people of their liberty. That liberty, which the Constitution clearly envisions, is the liberty of the people to set their own social agenda through the processes of democracy.
Mark Camposano was a former Supreme Court clerk for Justice William Brennan. He stated, "An accounting of the A.C.L.U.'s caseload suggests that the organization is an ideological chameleon, that beneath the protective coloration of civil liberties, the A.C.L.U. is pursuing a very different agenda, one contrary to the basic principles of American constitutional democracy." America, late 1980s. For most of the past decade, Planned Parenthood shifted its focus from community-based clinics to school-based clinics and again targeted inner-city minority neighborhoods. Of the more than 100 school-based clinics that have opened nationwide in the last decade, none have been at substantially all-white schools. None have been at suburban middle-class schools. All have been at black, minority, or ethnic schools. According to U.S. Department of Health and Human Service figures, in most black communities today, abortions outnumber births by as much as 3-to-1. Dr. Alan Guttmacher, the man who immediately succeeded Margaret Sanger as president of Planned Parenthood, once said, "We are merely walking down the path that Mrs. Sanger carved out for us." Faye Waddleton, president of the organization during the decade of the 80s, has claimed that she is proud to be walking in the footsteps of Margaret Sanger. And the president of the New York affiliate is Alexander Sanger, her grandson. Thus, virtually everything that Margaret Sanger believed, everything she practiced, and everything she aspired to is reflected in the organization and program of Planned Parenthood even today.